Hello, my name is Yanni. I'm a seven-figure e-commerce seller. We sell on Amazon, eBay, TikTok Shop, and our own website. We've done a little bit more than 4 million pounds in the last 4 years and a half. Majority of that comes in the last 2 years where we really scale. We also have a full-service agency called eCommerceville, like the channel, the city of e-commerce. We help Amazon brands scale to the moon. We do the listings for them, the PPC, and pretty much everything. Now, today I want to speak about Amazon and the top 5 advices I would give to Amazon sellers and me if I was starting again. Advice number one, find a niche. What you want to sell and what category you want to sell. Riches are in the niches, and I think there is a reason for it. A lot of us start with everything. We sell everything. We sell toys, we sell cleaning products, we sell health and beauty, which is great at the beginning because you don't have any knowledge. The issue becomes when you start getting too many products in many different niches and too many different seasonality. Most products have seasonality. Toys are great in Q4, not as great in January and February, unless you really know the toy niche and you know what is not a seasonal. I'm sure Lego are not so seasonal. I'm sure there's some products that are way more seasonal. That's the whole point, because I'm not in the toy industry or in the toy niche. I'm not as knowledgeable and I don't have competitive advantages. That's the whole point. If you concentrate on a niche, let's say health and beauty, we have a lot of clients in the health and beauty niche. You have the advantage of getting better suppliers, getting better products, understanding the products, and getting underrated items. So we all know L'Oreal. L'Oreal is probably not the best to sell, but there are many sub-brands, subcategories, up-and-coming brands that you can partner. You can do brand partnership. You can do so many different things that will give you an extra edge and less competition. Because if you're doing just L'Oreal, everyone is doing L'Oreal. So learn a niche. I really want to stress this out. Learn a niche as well as possible, because that's where you make most of your profit. You can only, in my opinion, move out from a niche once you learned it very well and have someone as a team member to deal with that niche, because things change. New products come out all the time in health and beauty. I'm sure whoever does health and beauty knows all the time new products come in. You need to know what's happening and you need to make sure that you're actually maintaining this brand relationship. Advice number two, definitely understand cash flow. That is for all business, let alone in Amazon. Understand what's coming in, coming out. Understand what the balance is on Amazon. How much money does Amazon hold? How often are they dispersing it to you? It's every 2 weeks usually. How much of your money is kept in their balance? And can you operate your business with that? Understand that. That is so important, because you can sell a lot, but I know so many sellers that are doing 6, even 7 figures, and they sell a good amount, but then they have no cash and they're struggling to pay bills because they're not understanding the cash flow. They don't understand that you need to have more money coming in than coming out. And when you're dealing with stock and buying stock and selling a lot of items and shipping and staff and so many different things, it's very difficult to keep a track of. Plus the fees on top of that, they change every so often. So make sure you have an Excel sheet or someone in your company that understands cash flow and what's coming in and coming out. My first video is about cash flow. You can go back and see it. Advice number three, choose if you're going to do merchant fulfilled or FBA and understand the difference. So on Amazon, there's really two ways to sell. Merchant fulfilled, meaning that you're fulfilling items yourself. You buy it from a store or from your wholesaler, comes to your warehouse, and you send it to the customer instead of sending it to Amazon. You can do merchant fulfilled, which is that, and you can do seller fulfilled prime, which is exactly that, but you have the prime batch and you dispatch it same day and it's operationally more heavy. But on seller fulfilled prime, we'll touch another day. So merchant fulfilled, what are the pros for merchant fulfilled? I buy the stock today, I can sell it today, and I can sell it on all the platforms, and I have control of my stock. Now, what are the cons? I'm not covered by Amazon. If the courier messes up, I take the loss. If someone leaves me a negative feedback, 99% of the time I won't be able to remove it unless it's really a big mistake from the customer or from the courier that I can claim. But again, very complicated. Another thing for me, for merchant fulfilled, is cash flow. You sell something today, you get the cash faster. On FBA, if I send it today, it probably arrives in 5 to 7 days. And by the time I sell it and the money that arrives, the cash conversion cycle is much slower. Why would I do FBA now? FBA is great because you have nothing to do to a certain extent. You get the products, you send it to them. As long as you can package them it's correctly and you've put all the barcodes, you send it to them, it arrives, and then Amazon takes over from there. That is the good part. The complicated part in FBA is you're not as competitive with the price, lack of control of your stock, worse cash flow, and things can go wrong. They might lose your shipment. You might have too much stock that is not selling fast enough, and your fees are much higher. And fees are, of course, much higher with FBA, as they should, because they do everything for you. So choose merchant fulfilled or FBA. A healthy balance of both is great. Of course, that depends if you have a warehouse or not, where if you use a 3PL center, prep center. It really depends on your some circumstances. Advice number 4, and this is a tricky one. Decide if you want to put all your basket on Amazon or if you want to do different platforms. Why am I saying this? I see a lot of sellers starting with Amazon, eBay, TikTok Shop, and their own website. The issue is they don't have the knowledge, the capital, or the sales volume to do all these platforms. We at the beginning started with eBay because we didn't even know Amazon was an option. So eBay was great for us, and we did only eBay for almost a year. And then when we switched over to Amazon, we did 99% Amazon. Now we're at the point that Amazon, yes, it's our biggest money maker, but we also have eBay, TikTok Shop, and our own website. But still, Amazon is about 70 to 80% of our sales, even more depending on the month. So our biggest concentration is still Amazon. But we're at a volume and a scale, and we have team members that can help us deal with other platforms. Like for eBay, we have a person that deals only with eBay. It is difficult to start with all of these platforms. My advice is choose a platform, and today we speak about Amazon. You choose Amazon, you make sure you really get great on Amazon. This way you don't have too many eggs in too many places. Get good at Amazon, sell plenty, understand everything, as we said, cash flow, profits, balances, merchant fulfilled, FBA. Understand it incredibly well. And once you do that and you have the sales, the profits, and the team members, then I would advise to go to eBay. Because if you do it too fast, too early, it's going to be an issue. And again, another issue I think for doing many platforms is, and I understand why people want to do it, you want to do many platforms because it's less risky, and that is true. The issue is when you don't have enough going on Amazon, it's risky anyway. You don't have much to de-risk. The bigger you get, you start doing those 7 figures on Amazon or 6 figures, yes, start de-risking it because you don't want to have all your eggs on Amazon. That being said, I know plenty of sellers who do. 5th and final advice, and it's a tricky one. I would say understand what type of model you're doing. What do I say about models? If you're in the Amazon space, you probably know that there's the retail arbitrage, RA, the online arbitrage, wholesale, bundling, unique bundling, private label. Which one do you want to do? You don't have to be unique to all of those. We don't do RA and OA anymore, but we do wholesale, we do bundling, we do a little bit of private label. But again, because we have the team members and we can handle it at the moment. If we didn't, we would concentrate only on one. We started with retail arbitrage. Actually, we started with books. So that's a completely different model. But we actually started on Amazon with retail arbitrage. Going to stores, making sure there's enough profit for us to make, bringing the stock back to our house, and then sending it via merchant fulfilled or FBA. Now choose, all of these models has pros and cons. OA can be great, RA can be great. Choose one that really fits your qualities. If you're an operations guy, if you're a numbers guy, probably you're looking for something like wholesale that doesn't require as much creativity. Unique bundling and private label requires more creativity, sometimes more upfront capital, especially when we're talking about private label. So choose those. You can switch, but before you switch, learn one and make sure you rinsed it. I see too many people starting retail arbitrage, doing it for a month, not doing anything with it, moving to online arbitrage. Same thing, and they're just going from model to model to model. You want to get to a point that you're not even thinking about models, you're just thinking of which brand am I buying from direct, at what price, how many can I sell, is it profitable? That's, I think, the best thing to do, in my opinion. I hope you liked the video. Plenty more to come. We really want to ramp up our content. I think we really can help a lot of sellers. Let me know if you have any questions. My name is Yanni. I hope you enjoyed.